Spike
They're
planted.
just baiting out the utility at this point, and they've gotten a fair bit out for their troubles. They're also playing this post plant where there's still a couple of players on site. Beautiful Viper wall to isolate these fights here. Position spotted out. Devil Axe able to get one before going down, but Speedoka, 2 huge kills to start off with here, and suddenly this retake is looking much more viable. Already a Viper Molly expended, the second one out as well, and the clock hasn't even ticked halfway. There's so much utility that's gone already, and now it's just gonna be nobody left alive as Speedoka goes absolutely side. Joan gonna be invested right now, and they spot out 2 players. They know that there's at least a couple anchoring around here. That said, it's this crunch through doors. Here we go. We're heading into side. Glance though with that Guardian already finding a first crucial headshot, taking the Viper out, getting a second as well, but Devil Axe at least there for the trades. Gotta bring it down to a 3v3. And it does seem like GMX will be allowed to get that spike down possibly before. It's all a question of timing here, and Nello finds it. Huge kill. 3v, make that a 1v3. It's just gonna be Toka in this clutch. Almost gets it, but in that final 1v1, Speedoka with 5.
Set up in combination with the KO playing backside. In goes the drone. Gonna try to create some space here. Jet dash as well as the fragment and the spit towards the backside. Nello's been able to get that opener, and Matrix with the operator as well. Beautiful defense so far for Carmine Corp yet again here, Zach.
Yeah, their set protocols are so good. Their coverage as well. Like, of course, individual heroics is one thing, but look at the site. Like, they're gotta be detected towards halls.
Yeah.
That's it. They're not gonna really try to push the issue here, and once again we're back to these 4 players. Casey getting a little bit more aggressive. This time though, the punish is there. Scarlet and Toka both
trying to contain them as they come out of the pit, but it's copped a little bit too much damage, so this has been very good stuff for GMX.
Oh my.
Oh, Nello's got way too well. Spadoka could get another one. They cannot afford to throw more guns at this. Underarm KO flash, trying to find these last couple of players.
To try and make sure that KC isn't coming around this way. Kuribuya alone on site right now, does get spotted by the Jet here, and timing gonna be everything. The right click perfect though, along with Hate is the most the distraction. Hardest free finally gonna be invested here. Actually manages to tag a player. The recon perfect as well. So that's 2 players tagged up by this ult. The neural theft as well to make things a little bit worse here. The flash impeccable from Speedoka, and off the back of that, it's just gonna be these players toward main trying to hold this down. There is that Viper still alive, so a little bit of potential for this post glance here. Half the spike gonna be diffused all the way. In fact, Matrix trying to stick it, but timing could be everything. Hated the most able to find one, but the protocoling, the positioning from...
Yeah, there's a cam. I don't know if that has seen that. I think it has. They've tapped the cam, so you can see the wrap coming back towards spawn side, but dealt with well by Carmine Corp. Nugget's going to try to get out of dodge there. Down his crossfire over on stairs side is being dealt with, and seems like Lance needs to just trade that next frag, but not quite able to do it. Hold on, Nugget's getting some work done with the Sheriff. This could actually be a conversion on the half by his Zach.
It could be. There is a neural theft. The problem is the spike is implanted and both these players are towards CT. It's all gonna come down to whether the Cypher can stick the spike. Nello able to get it halfway through, but in that Bulldog versus Bulldog fight, it's gonna be the Soa. Interesting retake Viper wall. It's already been put down so early here. And finally, we're going to be seeing with 30 seconds left, the execute coming in, but Glance, the pixel angle, the headshot, it's just absolutely perfect. You're going to be seeing the Hunter's Fury as well to try and clear them off that line. Unfortunately, just not going to connect. That's it, the Scarlet operator repositioned onto site here, watching towards CT, watching for this cross. Cyber Cage put down to try and buy them a little bit more space, a little bit of time to work with here, and full 3-on-3. The peak, solo peak, Nugget, you don't want to do that. Nello takes her out, and now it's just these 2 remaining players. Toka able to at least find a trade. Glance lane maybe 2. Plates from not popped yet. You can see Scarlet being able to barely get out. 62 HP. How much can you do? Can you clutch this out? And Glance says, heck no.
Gonna be a B-side ending, and in comes the exi hit.
Here we go. There is the Cypher utility on site. Let's see if it finds any value. Oh, already though, it's going to be the fragment to take out Nello and those tripwires alongside. Surrounded on all sides by enemies as Kuribuya, and she's not going to live through that. Nugget as well takes out Speed in. She has a Hunter's Fury. How much can she find? She's going to be popping that ult. Already able to contact with Devil, take her out of the equation. 2v4 situation value, but this operator, it's just such a mill around your neck. An anchor dragging you down here. Just not a safe angle that you can peek into, especially with the setup coming out of GMX. It's just gonna be Glance, a 1v4, able to get the first, but not able to find too much. We're looking
Camera
at
taken out.
and you can also see the rest of the retake. It does seem like they're actually coming in for this flame. The information is there. The timing not right for Nugget, unfortunately.
Look
So
at
that's
the
gonna be
pivot.
first blood. Yeah, they're gonna be going through a pivot towards main. Oh no, they take out Creep. Goes up, but Glance is gonna be watching the cross here. Hated the most, spotting out the Cypher. Time is ticking, and Glance is just doing the damage, buying the time. Scarlet and Hated the most though, able to find a couple of trades. Spike not gonna be on the defusal anymore. Finally, a stick coming through the dash in her face, and can she deny it? Yes, she does. A huge round push now. She's gonna be able to continue putting up this pressure. I like these mid to side crunches that the team is pulling out here. Nugget on side, looking to play anchor. The push of the Viper wall gonna be punished here, and now Hated the most in the corner, having to catch so many players and actually finding two there could be huge. Spike control taken as well, and
Camera up on that close main has contact here
30
for
seconds
GMX.
left.
They're going to spot her out very safely without even risking anything and just swing on. Good stuff.
Found my wire.
I mean, unfortunately for Nugget, that null command, you know, really, it's hard to play solo on your Cypher if you don't have your anchoring trips. But that said, though, Nugget still in this corner, able to find a double for themselves. Glance finally gets the trade here, so they should be able to get the KO back up, seeing they were like dropped to the post plant. The problem is that there's 30 seconds left and the Spike isn't down yet, and you can already see that the rotation has come through for these players. Huge solo ult though coming out of Glance to take out Devil. No more Sova utility available for this game. Off the back of it though, that with the noise being made, Hated the most and Toka are going in for the site control. 15 seconds left. Toka has to deny the spike plant. Timing gonna be everything. They fake it, but it's not the time here. It's all up to Glance. A 1v1 situation. She gets the spike down, and now it's just a game of ring around the rosy around this.
Oh,
Sorry, cold
draft. That is cheeky in the mid round for GMX. Out comes this A execute. Hated the most, trying to be supported by both the Sova ulti and the flood from the KO, but it just really doesn't seem to be doing her any favors, unfortunately. At least a trade back from Devalaxa there, Dak.
Dirty shot. Just through the smoke. It's just trades upon trades, and oh my god, Devil
Ace.
definitely is the Devil you need to watch out for. 4 kills on the round already. A 1v2 right now. Nello has to do it all, and now Devil, she knows exactly where this final player is. Not able to get the ace though. Gets a little bit greedy, and then the punish is perfect, and unfortunately, it's the classic to come out. 5 HP Toka.
Get into the side, the updraft straight into the fragment. Doesn't get too much work done. And this is going to be a 5v5 retake off the bat. Oh my god, straight into the face with the shock dart. This is just harassment from GMX here. They're going to flood into the side straight away here, Zach.
Yeah, they know that they got that pick and they want to keep this pressure up. Now all 4 players having rotated over here. Numbers in favor of the squad. It's just going to come down to, once again, through this halls. This null command is going to hit all the players in CT as well. So that could be really, really impactful as they push onto site here. They're making their way forward. Somebody up close and personal, but it's going to be the kiss of death coming out from Matrix. However, the trade is still going to be there. Both players going to be taken down, and Spidoka is going to be in a wrestling position, except that there's nobody close. You can see Kuripuya able to find 2 huge frags though, and suddenly things look a little bit more manageable. Nugget, you do not want to go down like that. It's all up to Toka. A 1v3 for her to clutch out and deny match point for KC. Position gonna be spotted out. Able to find the first one. Kuripuya not able to turn in time from the camera. Double peek gonna be perfect. And, well, the shots took a few.
Not just yet, especially because they've lost their entry.
Be a little bit more difficult. They're just taking contact on the side. A really nice peek though from Hated the most, able to find yet another kill, and both of these remaining players finding the knockdown onto the KO. 2v4, sorry. It's gonna be very difficult. They're looking to get the res here. Timing gonna be everything, and it is perfect from Nello. Both players now making their way forward onto site. The crunch impeccable. 2v3 and much more manageable numbers here. And Glance, it peeks into the double trip, has a vague idea of the positions of these players, but they know exactly where she is too, and that's a huge shock dart. Still gets a kill before being shut down.
This could work out huge if they're able to find the Sova. We'll see how Toka deals with this though.
Timing's gonna be everything. Toka gets the first. Can she get the second? Yes, she can. That means the KO utility is out of scope for the round. I said it. The kills have to have impact in this round, and yeah, she takes care of the Sova here. Glance as well with the Sova ult, able to neutralize numbers. Hated the most though, still being a menace in the corner. Huntress, it is gonna be the Viper's going to come down like you mentioned. Spike goes down, but Kuripuya gets taken out, and it's just gonna be the 1v3. Glance has been incredible so far. How much more can she really do here? Spike gonna not really be planted for her impossible situation, and we talked about flipping the map, but this time around it's the opposite problem. Yeah, like you said, KC's retakes have been great so far. That said, I think the post plant is a little bit deeper this time around from GMX. It's going to be a bit harder to clear. Matrix are able to find that first. At least a trade coming in from Devil, and Toka finds one for herself as well. So, oh, Devil going huge right now. Really, the Devil you don't want to face. That said, Spidoka and Nello bring things back down. If she's going around, it looks like she is. She gets the sound. The clock is ticking. The cage, though, it's going to be perfect, and they know the location. Has to isolate this fight. Gets the kill. Spidoka able to stick half the spike, and now the Hunter's Fury coming into play. Not really connecting with the player, but the stick has to come through. Spidoka has to hold it out. I don't think there's enough time either way. Oh, there is no way! That is heartbreaking, but also... But like after the game, so people watching don't get scared. Oh, well, there's a suppression knife, gonna find some info. Oh, huge shot from Matrix. Takes care of Nugget, takes care of that Cypher utility. The site looking a little bit more vulnerable, just gonna be hated the most, and this time around, Nello goes jumping in as bait. Does get taken out, but still it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Angle held by the Jet in this retake attempt. I don't know if they're really gonna hard clear her, and that could mean the difference in this round. Toka, though, catches the lurk, catches Spidoka. It's gonna make things so much more difficult here as they run in, and oh, it's all down to Kuripuya. You said that she's been having a difficult game so far, but after that kill onto Toka, is able to get that Viper and isolates the fight as well, shuts down Scarlet. Oh, almost in position. Cypher isn't going to be detained. Luckily, that kill trip not going to be able to find anything, as there was nobody on site, already having drawn the rotation out here. Oh, they go for the peek, and Nello, you can't whiff like that when they're on your side. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, though, as Matrix with the operator still going huge. 10 seconds left. The spike still hasn't gone down, and yeah, well, the numbers are there in favor of the spike. Yeah, there's no plant. They have to go for these kills, and all Matrix has to do is sit pretty and hide in her own smoke. Really, really nice round out of KC.
From hated the most in combination with Scarlet trying to hold on the op. Knife is going to spot at least the Jet. I'm not sure if it's all the Cypher.
No!
There's the scan. Where did that operator shot go? It doesn't really matter. The rifles are getting the rest of it done. What a hold from GMX.
Yeah, just really good crossfire protocols. Just Nello now in a 1v5, able to get the first. All right, does have some time to work with here, so you can see that GMX, they really don't want to risk it. The operator going to be the only one
going in to threaten what looks like a B split, but it's actually going to be the, you know, shove up through, or rather BXing into the B split. Both of these players stacked on top of each other in the backside of sight, and they're punished there. Not ready for that pacing throw.
That info gonna be broken now, though. No peeks off the back of it, but they know that all they have to do is really buy this time. Two players playing up close and personal. It's like they're not even gonna remove that tag, but Matrix gets a double here. That said, though, hated the most, trades it out, and hated the most.
Just worked out for GMX Nugget. Full retake here on this B site. Gonna absolutely give everything. And this is where they're playing anti-flood. They're trying to fight straight into the archers. It's an opening frag there for Matrix, and gets one onto the Cypher as well. No flooding onto the site.
For sure, and again, that operator turns from really great weapon that you always want to have to something that could be a little bit more difficult in the retake. Spidoka able to make it count. 1-for-1 trade so far, and that trip as well, an added element of menace to try and contend with the anti-flash. Perfect out of Nello. I don't know if there's another flash available. The knife comes in, but Nello just finds the kill, and that operator, yeah, not gonna find anything here of Nugget. And with that Cypher utility going down, it's gonna be a little bit more pressure on this GMX squad right now. They're going for the mid to B this time, but oh my god, this positioning from Nello, I don't know how she gets two there. Absolutely insane. And that was just Scarlet and Toka in a 2v4. They try to make their way onto site. They know there's an operator here. They're going to be chasing it down. Huge kill from Scarlet. Almost getting a second one. In fact, suddenly, this round is doable. 2v2 situation. Operator towards backside. Nice shot coming out from Matrix there. But Toka still... I don't know if Curry is going to be able to check this timing.
Way.
Could be everything. That's such a golden reposition. Oh my god. All right. That got devastatingly scary. I think. I'm curious to see how they're going to be playing this post punch. If they're going to be a little bit more disciplined, or if they're going to try and take the aggressive fights that they usually do. There's a lot of players on site. The lurk finally kicking in. Kuripuya able to find a kill, but it's still going to be a 1-for-1 trade on site. It's still going to be the Jet trying to anchor down the Matrix, surrounded by enemies, able to find a huge frag, and oh my god, a nasty shot from Toka, leaving Glance in the 1v3. You could have just stuck the spike. I don't know why you would peek that.
The KO and the Jet. This could get messy.
Messy's a very, very good word for it. It's just gonna be a full-on brawl down mid that we're seeing here. 1-for-1 trade so far. Can we see a little bit more coming out of KC? No, they're gonna cut their losses, and oh my god, Kuripuya, it might have been a quiet game for her, but gonna be dropped to the spot that she could possibly go retrieve in a while. Knows that Nello might be up here towards mid. I think she spotted her out here and does take the 1v1. And I mean, even if she won against Nello, there was station timing on these fights. Could be everything. Nobody really flooding in through mid. Everybody through backside. And it is a plant that's a little bit more towards main as well. Timing perfect for Nello on the swing. Able to get the numbers back in her favor. Spike gonna be tapped here. In fact, gonna be stuck halfway. Matrix shut down as well. And now it's just gonna be glancing the post plant. Gets a double, but it's all up to Kuripuya, making the long way around. Operator still towards main. I don't know if they expect this quite yet. The lineup comes through, but the timing is not really perfect. Oh my god, the walkthrough peek. This could be it. You said it was a quiet game for her, and now they have to stick the spike. The timing peek, Kuripuya, she does. And KC finally do it. 18-6. It was a long.
We're going to end up in a pretty quick retake situation here. Util placed on the door by Nello, doesn't get too much. Nugget, how does she do? Holding onto the flank. Goes 1 for 1. Sheriff hits the deck, and now pressure in through the A main flank here on GMX as they close the door.
Yeah, the flank coming in. Spike finally gonna go down. It's a little bit nice that the player that they did manage to catch was Kuripuya, so there's gonna be no more smokes. And of course, when that flank comes in, what do? You push a little bit further, and it's perfect. They find 2 kills towards heaven. Side, still a couple of players holding down the fort here. KO Knife gonna be back into play, and here comes the execute. Finally, they're gonna be rushing their way in, tucked into the corner. It's just gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Although Devil able to claim another victim. The difference, as they try to head in. Nice calling out of GMX. They're just looking to play off the back of each other. Again, a high-low setup here. Toka able to find one. The second coming through from Hated. The most huge bonus. This could be materializing here in Kuripuya. Able to get 1 kill, yes. But 33 HP in a 1v2. It's going to be so difficult to clutch out. It's going to be faster. They're leaving Devil down, tucked into Vines, and I don't know if they're really going to be able to check that. They do go for it. Oh my god, that's huge. That's the spike indeed, and it's going to be dropped all the way into Vines. They're going to have to re-clear all of the space to be able to get themselves back. Luckily, they have the weaponry and the utility with which they can try to do it the one-way, though. Very much mean a Thrifty materializing right now for the side of KC. 30 seconds left on the clock. How are you going to retrieve this spike? You have to take these fights. Scarlet, at least with that sliver of HP, able to still find a kill, but the clock is ticking out. They have to go onto the site here. And yeah, it's just that contact play. The flash hits, but it hits everyone right now, and the Sheriff is able to do the damage. 2v1 situation, 16 seconds left. The Omen TPing back into sight. Just looking to play out the 1v2. And it looked like Toka.
Dark cover into tree side, layered by the fragment, is going to stop the flood back through or any chance at a fight. In comes the Hunter's Fury up onto Heaven's side to try to disrupt this retake, and 1 for 1 goes Scarlet, traded well.
Really, so it's going to be a little bit more, you're not going to have it in that post plant. Could be huge. Paranoia connects, but they don't really clear the corner, and Devil has such a crucial position here. Already able to find the first Nugget, chiming in for a second as well as Speedoka, at least getting a trade there. The Killjoy Molly goes in the wrong direction, but it's still going to be a 2v3. Speedoka tapping the spike. They have to go in for the peak here off the back of the Bullet Tracers. They're able to find the kill, but now it's a 2v1, and the clock, it's ticked through here. Glance has to do so much. Able to isolate the 1v1, but this one way, it's going to make her position so bad, but it doesn't matter. Glance taps spike, sets herself in position. Almost have no control to show for it. In fact, look at where Nello's put herself.
Yeah, they've retaken B main in the mid-round. TP to backside here for GMX, but they're not ready for this crossfire over B main. Carmine Corp, great mid-round push, has won them this round despite the fact that the rotations were pulled. Those are 2 huge kills from Toka though. Hated the most, unchecked on site. Trigger discipline, they line up for her, and that's all onto Kuripuya.
We've seen some clutches come out of her own breeze, but it's gonna have to be a lot. Beautiful Paranoia is able to push, maybe isolate this fight, and yeah, gets it done. Smoke available now for the defuse. Knows that Toka is looking a little bit low here. No Hunter's Fury available either, so it's just gonna be Kuripuya trying to stick it through the recon dart. It hasn't really come through, and it comes through just a bit late. Oh no, she gets the kill, but Kuripuya just sticks the spike.
We're onto Heaven's side. There's the execute into sight. Omen trying to hold on from under hell here. The Paranoia was thrown on in there. Matrix to take first contact, goes 1 for 1. Kuripuya cleared out from the site though, and Spidoka unable to
right there, heavy stack onto site. I mean, it's when you have that many players on site, you gotta have the impact, and if you don't, it's just very, very unlucky. Beautiful recon, the wall bangs, the kills. It's almost a flawless round here. Gonna be holding down the short angle, the sole player here. I think that's gonna be the cue that the execute is imminent right now. They push the fragment off the back of the flash and are rewarded with a kill. Really nice play, and Kuripuya this time around able to at least find the trade. 3v2 situation. Speedoka knows where this player is, but with 4 HP, Hated the Most just runs having its uses. There's a little bit of a buff coming to this ult as well, so it's going to be even more annoying, and maybe Omen's ults will finally see more love than just being able to pick up that spike. But yeah, Hated the Most on fire this round, on track for the ace, but no, it's going to be denied, and oh god!
Getting active over towards B main. 3-on-3 fisticuffs on the cards here.
Oh, they're actually going to be peeking into it, but Devil finds a double before getting shut down. Now,
They lose this one in all 24 rounds.
To play aggressive. They hear the Sova drone. That's the information here. And these sheriffs, the spam is trying. They're cooking. They do a decent chunk of damage, but oh my god, Scarlet with the blades takes care of the lockdown. Huge kill to come out with, but at least Matrix able to strike back and find one to keep the numbers up. The Lurk finally keeping it from Hated the Most, and Glance with this on this backside with the Stinger. 2 bullets left. Actually allowed to get a reload, and you do not let Glance do that because she will shut you down. It's just gonna be these last couple of players. Hated the Most does take care of Speedoka, so it's a 2v2. Glance and Kuripuya. Oh, Glance dodges the paranoia. This could be huge. Here's the TP. They're gonna be able to peek into the Stinger, and oh my god, Glance still able to find one more. Now just playing time. Sheriff in hands. Absolute heroics. 1,100 credits and a Sheriff to boot, and that's all. It's gonna be the case. Crystal, 4 players stacked onto site here from GMX, and oh my god, Casey looking to run them down. The Devil gets too much there. Scarlet chiming in, and that's gonna be the numbers up. Round 9 with 1 minute left. The possibility of rotation is there. Oh, the timing on this peak could be everything. Spots out the position, not able to quite connect the headshot though. And oh, the second player comes in. Nello still isolates the fight. Nello on the clutch, but thankfully, a couple of players there. The spam comes in. Scarlet takes a fair chunk, but doesn't get taken down, and I think at this point it's just gonna be the hope that they buy enough time. Kuripuya fighting down on lane, the flash perfect, but still the kills come in, and it's just gonna be 2 players left to let Nugget and Hated the Most. Again, the recon, the utility from Glance is just impeccable. Main position though, because there is a player sitting pretty in vines if they do decide to commit towards there, but instead a little bit of a walkover more towards market instead, looking to go in for the B hit. The problem is there's an Odin on this line, and it takes care of Matrix and Operator as well. The heavy guns are all positioned down here, and it still looks like Casey, they want to be going into this. The shoulder, it gets spotted out, and Scarlet finds that kill. 2 remaining. Spike dropped. Operator still into play. Glance though shuts that down, and look at this from Kuripuya. Gets the first. Gonna be pushing herself into spawn, but this Odin is still being an absolute menace here, and Hated the Most hears all of this, gets the info, gets the kill.
And the tree side, they throw in the fragment, layering the utility. There's a lot of pressure on this A site. There's the reactive Hunter's Fury trying to keep the players alive inside of the site. The paranoia hits both of them. Now trying to hold on from inside the smoke. You can still see the KO's alive on site. That's Devalaxa, but Scarlet's done so much damage from heaven in the meanwhile, Zach.
10 seconds left.
Timing gonna be everything. The recon gets dodged here. Spike hasn't gone down at all. It's a shorty to the face for spot out 2 players if I'm not wrong. Oh, I don't know how that actually didn't connect onto Speedoka. You can see the shorty looking to make a play already. And yeah, it succeeds. Speedoka goes down. Operator still in hand. Kills coming through. Scarlet just absolutely on fire on this map, and it's just gonna be Glance now in a 1v5.
So there, the TP to backside. It's the makings of a successful round if they can put the pieces together here. The Logs position though, in combination with the lane crossfire straight through the smoke is Scarlet. No respect being given, because respect has to be earned, and for them, you have to get yourself around. Straight through the smoke again for Scarlet. Gives them the player advantage as the door gets closed here. She's even going to pick one through the bottom side of the door. That's it, Zach. What a defensive half of ascent for GMX. That 19 rounds on the defense. So let's see if Carmine Corp can start this off well on their attacking side. Big fight over B main. 3v3 fisticuffs. The peek with the knife out is the perfect bait into the wide speak from Scarlet. Yet again.
Attack play, a fair amount of damage actually being done here towards this player in CT. Nello now looking for a little bit more. They have to go on a fishing expedition. Almost a lineup. So much damage done here. Spike tap gonna be faked out to draw out play. Paranoia might be a little bit too early. The peak, the timing, it's gonna mean a lot here as that consequence comes down. But Nello, it's another bait, another perfect.
This should have been their round every day of the week. Toka shouldn't even have to clutch this, and she's gonna have to run into the high-low. The off angle from Kuri gets it done. The map. Scarlet uncleared by that nano. It doesn't quite hit the mark. They're not going to be ready for this position here.
Oh yeah, it's the double peak, and now the showstopper. You set up Bilski. It's ready to go. It's popped. It doesn't find a kill. Somehow Speedoka lives through that. And oh my god.
30 seconds left.
Carmine Corp, they're creeping up into the site. Two-player crossfire, hated the most, and Toka to try to lock this
Oh
one
my
down. What a
God.
spray down! Oh, they just ran into the meat. Nello over on A main in the meanwhile, and they haven't quite tapped that spike. Hated the most, trying to get
Sticking
that
it.
half going. In through
Sticking
heaven
it.
side, still sticking it, but finally cleared out there by Spidoka, and Nello comes in from the wrap over on A side.
It is, yeah, gonna be going all the way far back. Does spot out that there is someone watching flank, so no real pressure coming in from that side. Everybody coming in through the site. I don't know if I really like this. Matrix, a sole anchor on site, does get shut down. Spike gonna be tapped. It's just gonna be the spam. The attempt at the kills coming in, but it's still gonna be GMX finding so many of these crucial trades. The spam through the smoke, though, it's good. It's going to be a 1v3. Kuripuya with the molly denies the defuse, and yeah, that's gonna be the round here for KC. Yes, they spot out 4 players on site, and this is the change from KC, right? They're not playing retake anymore. They're fighting actively. They really want to farm up these ult orbs.
Nightfall, you spot out the side setup. What does it really achieve? They get absolutely creamed running into that.
Retake. There is a decent amount of site presence here, so they're gonna ideally have to try and take these fights, because otherwise in post plants it's gonna be a bit difficult to play out with how much space Devil has taken. Finds the kill as well for her troubles. Nugget chiming in with one of her own. Nello at least able to fight back, find a kill for herself, but now Scarlet with this operator is gonna actually find some value. Postman again kicking in. First volley, first nano swarm. It's just buying a lot of time, but at this point the lessons have been learned. They tried to push, but Nello and Kuri, they're more than ready for it.
The Omen TP will reveal exactly what's happening, and we'll see if they're able to defend the A site this time, Zach.
See it indeed. Scarlet, though, that operator finally coming into play, and again, we've seen this crossfire before, the impact it can have, and it's gonna find 2 huge kills to start off with. Showstopper gets popped, actually hits someone. That's a miracle, and the operator gonna be perfectly in position to take care of Kuri there. Just going to be Nello.
Out the pit with the lockdown here.
Counter. There is that counter lockdown available, so yeah, I don't know if they're really gonna be pushing through. They tried to break it, in fact, a little bit of a...
just in time.
Exactly, she uses that lockdown to get inside in time, and there's still that post plant available. The Viper Spit making it even more difficult as well. Everybody bought down to a sliver of HP, and it's just a farm fest right now as GMX, they get absolutely shredded to bits. Scarlet goes down. Kit for Scarlet made with the help of this Viper wall. We've seen a lot of these nice little micro plays coming out of GMX. It doesn't always have the impact you want, and unfortunately for Toka, gonna be caught hanging around in the middle of sight. I don't know what she was thinking, what she was doing, but that was a huge kill, and the alarm bot, it actually connects as well with Hated the most. Scarlet at least able to clear out the flank, takes out Matrix here.
He's playing the off angle here. In comes the retake. Flooding in through Waterfall side. There's the Haunt and the Paranoia towards backside. Single satchel in from Scarlet, who already gets picked up. Nello swings through the smoke. It is good for 2. Last one.
A little bit of improvement there, I would say, so nice to see that. Actually, the Prowler doesn't catch anything, so there's still gonna be this crossfire into play. Does get broken down, so there is still gonna be 1 player holding on here. 1-for-1 trade so far as Nello gets taken down on the lurk. The door opens, but Devil able to find a huge open this door. Timing here could be everything, and there is a player around Mound just trying to hold this crossfire down. The shots don't quite connect though, and it's gonna be Devil on track for the ace. 1v3 location of where Kuripuya is coming from. Walks through the molly to take a little bit of damage, and Devil just crouching on the spike. So maybe hoping that we're going to be seeing somebody pushing through here. Instead, it's a full 5-on-4 retake. KC, they get ready to run into site. It's an open plant and already on site. It's just going to be these Spectres absolutely melting KC.
Pivot here for Carmine Corp playing from that door side, but they're actually going to retake. Paranoia with the paint shells. Door swings wide open. A lot of pressure on GMX now. 2 for 1 so far. Paint Shell's return. Glance has taken a lot of damage, but Spidoka's doing a lot of damage.
With the rifle, Glance looking quite low. Timing gonna be everything on this fight here. Glance making sounds, causing some distraction. It's perfect, the bait and the switch. And yes, Glance might go down, and they know exactly where Scarlet is. It could have been a bit dicey there if Scarlet had taken down Nello, but Nello... It's gonna be a huge kill to find. There's still going to be some heavy presence. I think Matrix got spotted out by that shoulder peak, and Matrix actually going to be taking a lot of space here. Gets the first kill. Beautiful satcheling to get out untraded, though Nugget does manage to still catch. That's the information that Spidoka needed to know that, all right, it's going to be a push towards A that we're looking at. There is a lurk. Oh, the timing perfect there for Kuripuya. Unfortunately for Hated the most, that's a big kind of kill here. Could be a very dangerous ult to have in this situation. Molly kind of missing there. Very unfortunate headshot angle for Devil Axe. But if you miss that first one, Spidoka's gonna punish you. She's good for that one. And again, the double peek, a sliver of HP. Just such bad spacing and no trade to be found in sight. You take a 1v3, you're gonna go down against KC. Her own showstopper, so Her getting a kill could make or break this round. Nightfall, though, perfect timing here for the information as to where this retake is coming in. With the sounds being taken out, with that debuff coming in, it's gonna be hard! But Matrix and Guribia both find a kill apiece! Hated the most. Oh my god, might have just saved this round here with that triple. GMX,
playing, you know, 5 towards A early on. Just gave the entire map to GMX, who took full advantage of it. Out the door, pressured. Aggression on front B.
Oh, huge!
That's a nice trade for Carmine Corp into a
millisecond right now. Thankfully, no disruptive ults like that Hunter's Fury to deny that spike weapon coming in, so they can afford to really do it. Oh my god, Nello, that kill might have just lost around here for GMX. Just one player left, Scarlet. She's been a hero before, but in a 1v3 surrounded by enemies, it's just the net closing in on her. And KC, they do it 2-1. They take this map number 3 in their pocket, and they are gonna be qualifying, but it ain't over for GMX yet, Phil.